What's up guys, this is MRK the Barber, and today I'm going to show you guys how to do a medium drop fade with texture. What's up man? How are you bro? First thing I'm going to do is wet the hair. Now with this particular hairstyle, I'm going to create texture in the direction that his hair naturally moves. All right, next thing I'm going to do is create a nice little section down the middle to create the top part of his head shape. I want the top or the apex of the head, the tallest part of the head, to be the shortest part, and I want the front to be the longest part. Here's my determined length right here, straight across. Now that I have the middle section done here, I'm going to work my way straight across front to back, and then I'll go in and add texture. Start from the front, work my way backwards, and I'm looking for the shortest hair here to the tallest hair here. When you blow dry the top and kind of give it a pre-style before using product, it gives you an idea how the hair is going to move. It gives you kind of like a little bit of intuition on what kind of product to use. There's a lot of benefits to blow drying the top before going in and fading out the rest of the haircut. All right, step one in the process of my medium drop fade. I decide where I want to keep the bulk of the haircut, or the widest part of the haircut, which is going to be his crown right here. So I'm going to take my 1.5 guard and I'm going to go all the way up and just rotate my wrist slightly in a C motion off his crown. You guys are really funny. All right, next thing I'm going to do here is create my bald guideline. All right guys, what I'm gonna do next is grab my Uno, which is a single foil shaver. I'm gonna give myself about a dime size distance between my zero balding guideline and now my skin. Next thing I got here is the absolute alpha, which I'm gonna open up with a half guard. So this is the smallest guard, open up the lever all the way, and I'm gonna go halfway between my 1.5 that I originally started with and the 0. Another major key here is, if you ever struggle with keeping the fade nice and even and smooth on the back, you can always make the guides a little longer, give yourself more space in the back. Especially with a drop fade, it really makes the fade look smoother and more unison with the sides of the head. All right, next thing we're gonna do is grab our number 1, start all the way open again, and go just under the 1.5 that we did in the first place. Next thing is the 0.5 again, but you guessed it, now we're closing the lever all the way. So if you guys have noticed, I've done all my guides first with an open lever, and then I go back and work my way closed. I'm like, I ain't gonna get mad at you. White Claws are fucking tasty once in a while, man. There's nothing wrong with a White Claw here and there. Next thing we're gonna do is start with our lever all the way open with no guard, and then work our way down to close. When you come down to the skin part of the fade, it's important not to try to blend it all at once, but instead thinking about it in sections. This section, this section, this section. So the next thing we're gonna do here is blend this 1.5 into that weight right there. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our 1.5 closed and etch away at this little dark line and blend it into what we just did with our flat top comb. fingers to support the blade. I'm not using the entire blade. I'm just kind of using it like a pencil. So just using the edge of the blade, pulling the skin away from the blade. So wherever you're cutting is going to be the opposite of whatever your finger pulls. All right, we're gonna work this deliciously smelling mat into the hair. It's gonna give them a drier look. And just to add a little extra texture and complement the texture we already created, I'm gonna spray a little bit of texture spray in there. Bro, you are looking like a fucking snack right now. Very slowly. No one knows I'm here. There's a machine doing this. I'm not doing it. It's a machine. All right, man. Appreciate it, dude.
Appreciate you. Thanks, man.
Yep,
Next time.
see you soon. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how babies are made. Back to you, Anthony. Fuck.